I will present essay about sleeping in classroom. My name is Vishwas Sithe.
My name is Ravistara Khwaenglut. My nickname is Jip.
My name is พิชยาภาหนูพ่วง My nickname is Stam
My name is Tanikon Yorat. My nickname is Tan.
My name is Abhisit Khrewa. My nickname is Arm.
and my name is Janita Kanjarayun. My nickname is Puifai.
Hey, and welcome back to my classroom. I'm glad you stuck around. I told you that writing an informative essay wouldn't be so bad. Well, now that we've wet our feet with the informative essay, we're going to move on to the next one, the persuasive essay. So the persuasive essay is different from the informative essay because you are now taking a stand on an issue, either for or against, and building the strongest possible argument that will win over your audience. So you know you have a good paper if it is effective in convincing your audience. Persuasive essays can be more difficult to write, but they are a lot more fun since your purpose is to get someone on your side. So why is knowing how to write a persuasive essay even important? Well, whether you notice it or not, you are constantly being bombarded with messages that are trying to convince you to buy something or think a certain way or vote for someone. The list goes on. Persuasive writing in particular is everywhere we look in advertising, newspapers, blogs, and political speeches. By knowing how to construct a persuasive and effective argument, we as readers are able to analyze more efficiently the ones we consume, as well as allow us to create our own arguments, making us more productive citizens, which is good in my book. Alright, now that we know the why of persuasive writing, let's look at the how. So before you begin, we need to choose a position. So just like we started our informative essays by choosing a topic, we'll start our persuasive essays by choosing an issue, usually a controversial one, and picking which side we want to argue for. Next, we need to understand our audience. How can you convince someone if you don't even know who you're trying to convince? It is important when writing your persuasive essay to know who you're writing for. It will make a world of a difference in how you shape your argument, whether you use pathos, logos, ethos, or all three. Now don't worry, we will learn what those mean later on, but they will be important in persuasive writing, so keep them in the back of your mind. And lastly, research. Once again, we will have to research our topics and issues for our persuasive essays. It is important to try to find the most convincing and reliable evidence that supports your side. And also make sure you research both sides of your argument so you're able to create more effective counter-arguments, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. And on to the structure of the essay. So before you go straight into your essay, it's important to introduce your argument and give some background information. Then your thesis statement will reveal your position or side that you're going to argue in the rest of your paper. Now, then you're going to include all of the evidence you've gathered in the body paragraphs or middle paragraphs. Remember to also describe and then counter-argue the opposing view of the other side. And this can be its own paragraph or kind of interspersed with the other arguments. And now in your conclusion, you should summarize your argument, but also make sure to leave your reader thinking about your argument, which is the goal of an effective persuasive essay. Now, some common mistakes that can creep up in persuasive essays. The first one is arguing for both sides. One of the biggest mistakes students will make when writing a persuasive essay is that they won't take a stance and try to argue both sides. Though this seems like you're being thorough, persuasive essays really call you to pick a side and stick to it. Otherwise, you come off as fickle and unsure of your opinions, which really just makes your paper weak and not very effective. The second mistake is not engaging your audience enough. Remember that your goal in persuasive writing is to get your reader to come to your side. If your evidence is weak or you're not passionate about your side, your reader will definitely notice. And even if you're not arguing the side that you personally agree with, it's okay to, as they say, fake it till you make it. So just like for the informative essays, I want you to come to class tomorrow with an issue that you would like to write persuasively on. Also bring in the arguments that accompany your issue, like the pros and cons. And I want you to bring at least 2 for each side, which means 4 in total. Alright, that's all for persuasive writing. Thanks for sticking with me, and see you guys tomorrow. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Bye.
Created using
In the periods of each they are often seen in class members have different habits, are both intended to study, talk in the room secretly, must discuss, or even the people would like to sleep in the classroom. This is a category of people it does not honor teacher. Students do not know because I did not hear cause fatigue and impact study, of which have been found Thailand. Like most students sleep in class, the successor factor cause children to sleeping in the classroom is the one playing game, chat with friends late into the night has become a normal part of life most teenagers. Secondly, homework until late at night because of the teacher order. You may have to do until the day overnight. Third symptom, try to teaching. For teacher, the school use teaching methods too boring. The students do not want to learn but cannot leave the classroom. So there is nothing to do except sleep. The sleeping may forgetful perceive slow response because of the brain does not function fully. If you sleep late, sleep is because amnesia easily with the body and punic species look radiant, look shabby, lean into it. The effect of sleep and insufficient rest make computer before recovering species. This problem should make the first set look dull, wrinkled, skin Simon Horn because work is not constant impact study or work. It will be known about the brain studying or working order soon and not concentrate as a result of learning to catch my foul, or even a working knowledge of sleep make the body fatigued, weakness, unhealthy. The body is not enough system in the body not recover, make physical illness. Easily sleep make you fat. The body secretion of from so called feel hungry easily because even eat late and the digestive system is not fully functional and work very hard. As a result, like the weight increase. Not all students will want to sleep in the lesson learned. Sleep problem in the period in which the student can so easily enough should sleep before 9 o'clock and 30 minutes and sleep at least 6 hours. Students should study its time zone supply, don't eat lunch to eat too. Teachers should think according to time because it makes us so far insomnia at night and then we would come to sleep in the class time. In summary, it was not a good night's sleep because it affects many aspects of our body must be made. For example, to keep your body enough morning came up and the body was not equipped with the full range of activity, which is different to our bedroom late at night because if it do not keep the body late at night to do a refresh with activity in tomorrow with friends. So I think everyone should not sleep late at night because it's bad and we should turn to health conscious sleep. Father, do not sleep in the classroom. We just finished a presentation. Thank you for attention.